Hello guys, and welcome back to another video, and this is for the weekly watch list. So in this video I want to talk about what I'm watching for this week and the catalysts for this week. Now, quick reminder, the indicator is out, my special indicator, which is completely free for you guys. I'll be making a whole video on this, but finally out. I've been working on this indicator for almost 6 months, and all of these plays are plays that I've personally played. You can check on the trade log. So overall, I'm going to be doing a ton of projects for you guys. We have like the indicator, we have SMS alerts, and then we'll have the weekly newsletter, and then we'll have like a ton of more stuff on YouTube, like the course and everything, once we have a ton more subscribers on YouTube. So overall, for this week, first of all, remember, once we're having like these rough months with these catalysts and stuff, you want to be consistent. So you want to be playing it very, very light. Our direction, we're still in this downtrend right over here, so we got to be very, very careful right over here. So play it very, very light. Every alert that I send out this week, play it very, very light until we are back to being consistent. Okay, so rough month, but again, we got to play it very, very light, and hopefully Christmas will be better. So whenever the week starts, what I do is I go to investing.com/economic calendar. Add it to your favorites, bookmark the site, because every week I'm using this to check for catalysts. So what I do is I click filters, and you want to clear all, scroll down to United States, and then click the 3-star button, and then click apply. So these are all of the major important things that are going on this week. Okay, so all the catalysts, and right away what I'm seeing is we have the FOMC, so Federal Reserve, and then we have the initial jobless claims, and then the CPI, which is the main catalyst. Okay, so we can ignore unemployment data like we had last week. Unemployment data could be horrible and the market still goes up. The CPI data is the main thing, because CPI, what it does is it calculates inflation. Okay, so every year we see our CPI data. That is how we calculate inflation. So what CPI is, basically it takes over like 400 retail products, and it checks the prices, okay, from last year. Has it gone up? If it goes up, we know that inflation is going up. So it just gives us a clear signal, okay? And this is a very, very important one, okay? Especially right now at the time with COVID and all of these stimuluses, we got to be very, very careful. So for this week, okay, I'm most likely not alerting. It kind of depends. But overall, very, very cautious for this week, going in very, very light. Futures are red, but it doesn't matter for now. Okay, so overall, we know it'll be a very cautious week. So what I'm watching for this is, let's look at QQQ first. We're still in this downtrend right over here for tech. Okay, so as you can see, we're still in this downtrend. One thing to keep in mind is we can look at all of these charts, and you can chart out every single downtrend, okay, right over here. I am using tradingview.com, so you guys can check in the link in the description for my referral, but overall we can check all of these downtrend breakouts. So I'm looking at a break above this breakout. Until then, we know the direction of the market. So right now we got to be very, very cautious, because we can test this support again right now. So not just for QQQ, I'm looking at SPY. So SPY actually did break out. Okay, I made a whole video on Apple and SPY trade plan. You could have played this breakout right over here and this gap fill. So again, remember, we had this gap fill, which we had it coming for a while now. So I made a whole video on that. You could have played that, set a alert. But as you can see, we broke out and we're sitting at this support. So again, very bearish for tomorrow, looking to fill this gap right over here. This gap just needs to get filled. It's one of those, psychological things, most of the gaps do get filled unless if it's like earnings or like a huge catalyst or news, or if it's a breakaway gap. Okay, I'll be making a whole video on that later on once we do have a lot more subscribers on YouTube. So at open, we're looking to get filled right over here. And then I would set a alert right over here, okay, at this support. Okay, so we kind of had this major support right over here. As you guys can see, I can actually move this up a little bit right over here. So as you guys can see, we kind of had this support right over here, and expect a bounce, at least some sort of a bear flag. So I would set a alert right over here to get alerted on, okay, to play the bounce. And then again, once we do fill this gap, it's just, a matter of time. Do we test this support, or do we go for the resistance? What I'm watching is for the break of the resistance. Okay, until then, I'm not looking to play any calls. Okay, until we break this resistance around 437 is what I'm looking at. Let's even look at Apple. We're having this downtrend breakout. Whenever we do break out of a downtrend, we look to test it. So we broke out right over here. We're looking to fill this gap right over here and test this trend line. Okay, another example is on TSM. Okay, TSM, we broke out right over here, and we're testing the support right now. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys know how it works. Now, another play that I'm watching for this week is AMD. Okay, I'm looking to actually play both sides on it. This is the cool thing about, a descending triangle, or like a channel, or like a symmetrical triangle, okay, where you can play both sides of the market. So what I'm looking at over here is a bullish scenario. If we fill this gap right over here, and then we break this resistance right over here. And then the bearish scenario is if we come down all the way right over here, and we break this support right over here. So that is another scenario that I'm watching. I'm loving this AMD play. Again, as you guys can see, we had this huge cup and handle, but overall, bullish or bearish. That is why I'm loving this AMD play. Okay, this is going to be the main play for this week. Another stock I'm watching, obviously, is going to be Boeing. Boeing is, it's trading sideways right over here, but if you guys actually chart this out, okay, we're kind of forming like this ascending triangle, so which is very interesting. I'm gonna actually delete this. I'm gonna draw this out. Okay, so if you guys see right over here, we're kind of forming this ascending triangle, which is very interesting for Boeing. Boeing is another one of those stocks where it is just an expensive play, so going very light. That is why I don't like to alert Tesla or like Boeing. Not only that, Boeing weekly looks very nice. Okay, if you guys want the whole video on Boeing, I already made a whole video on Boeing somewhere over here. So right over here. Okay, Boeing looks like a very nice play for shares or a couple weeks out. Okay, so we're looking at Boeing, very nice. Also, Boeing actually has catalyst on, I think it's like October 12th or something. Yeah, I think it's October 12th, so around tomorrow we have a catalyst for their delivery numbers. So we have Boeing, we have AMD, and then the overall market conditions, okay? And then I was looking at TSM. I was actually looking to grab leaps on TSM or like couple weeks out, but again, we had earnings, and I don't want to play earnings because again, it's a gamble. And what I'm looking at is Qualcomm for a next snipe. Okay, this is going to be a snipe, so I'm going to be putting a hard alert on Qualcomm right over here, right when it alerts. Okay, right when it hits the support, I'm buying in. Okay, I'm buying in around November expiration before earnings. And again, please set alerts right over here. This is how my SMS alerts are going to be working, and I'm planning to release my SMS alerts by the end of the year. Okay, again, I'm working very hard on all of these projects. We have the SMS alerts, the indicator, and all of that good stuff. And I'll be making a whole video on the indicator, but as you guys can see, if you guys want to set multiple alerts, I do have a referral for my TradingView Premium right in the description. So overall, solid buy right over here. We're going to be literally sniping the bottom right as we did with TSM. And again, we have Qualcomm. We're going to be getting the iPhone 13 chip numbers, so that should give a boost for semiconductors, as well as Christmas for all of those chip companies. So Qualcomm looks like a very nice buy right over here. Very tight stop loss, and I'm planning to make a whole video on this play. This is going to be a major play, just like TSM, where we had a very nice 50%. This should bring us at least a 50%, and I think we could get a 100% easily, especially if we get a longer expiration for Christmas. So overall, I think I pointed out like 3 stocks over here. The next stock I'm watching obviously is Amazon. Like, the video is going to be out very soon. I'm just very busy right now, okay? Again, Amazon, such a great buy for Christmas. I've June expiration next year. I'm playing like the Amazon run up also, but overall, long expiration. This is a long-term play, and overall, if I look at the ruler, this could be a very nice 15% just off shares. So overall, very simple video. Again, very cautious for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's do a quick look at Tesla right over here. So overall, so overall tomorrow is going to be looking very interesting. I'm actually looking at Tesla right over here. We have a major resistance right over here for Tesla. We're kind of consolidating in this channel, and I'm also looking at NIO. NIO, obviously Chinese. China is actually pumping right now in the HK market, but I would set a alert for NIO right over here at this gap fill. So right over here we have this very nice gap, and again, please be very patient. SMS alerts are going to be out very soon. So overall, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Very simple video. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and comment if you guys have any questions. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys tomorrow.